Hello guys, in the previous tutorial, I show you how to create 4 revolution bracelet. Manually taking a lot of effort to doing some rename, and the final result is look pretty good, but it's not parametric. So today I will show you another way that you can apply that to create multiple revolution. For example, in here is the 6th revolution ring. In here is the 5 revolution ring, and in here is 10 revolution ring. And I came up with this formula, and you can use this formula with the instruction in this video to create a ring with the revolution that you want very easily and parametric. For example, this is the 6th revolution ring. I can change the shape of the profile very easy by going to the profile sketch, and I decrease this one to 10. Close. You can see now the profile is now shorter. You can also changing. I can make this one to 4. Let's see what happened. Close. Now you can see this one is bigger, and I can also change in the radius of this one by click on the polar rate and just simply go down here and change this to, for example, 200. Okay, or you can go back to 50. Okay, pretty nice. And in here is the 5 revolution. Also the same principle, the same formula, and you can freely changing the shape of the profile, and everything will update for you. If the profile is too long, it will break the geometry. Let's go back to 15. And I think I should bring the radius out. Click on the polar rate. Let's go and change the radius to 100. Okay. And the same with the 10 revolution. Pretty nice. So hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Okay, so this is the FreeCAD file. So if you want to follow along, you can download it in the video description. So in this video, I'm going to recreate the ring, but with 6 revolution. Okay, and I'm using a different technique, and this technique also parametric, and it allows you to know how far you can go with the radius of the ring and the length and the thickness of the ring. So in my previous video, in my last video, I am using for profile to create half of a revolution. So in this video, I'm going to create 6 revolution, and I came up with a formula that you can use that for any of revolution that you want to create. Okay, so let's start. The first step is I will create 4 profile. So all the time 4 profile. No matter what revolution you create, just 4 profile is enough. So you can say in my video, the 4 profile is align Lattice. So this one is my sketch. So I'm going to copy this sketch. I go to the draw workbench, and I create a clone. I create 4 clones of this. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I hide the original sketch, and I will rename it in sequence. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. The first one, I will align it like in the video, as you can see. It will sit in like this. facing to the front like this. Okay. The second one, I will transform it. I type in here 45 degree and I rotate it like this. Click OK. The third one, I go to transform and rotate it 90 degree like this. And the last one, to about here. Okay, so now I just have 4 profiles. And I shift select these 4 and I go to the plot workbench. And I want to group it to a compound. I go to the plot compound and make compound. Now we just finished the first step. The second step is you need to have the Lattice tool workbench. So you can go to the tools and add-on manager and you're searching for the Lattice tool workbench. Click on it and you install this add-on. Okay, after you install and you go inside the Lattice tool, you should have the interface like this. The next step is I'm going to create a Polaroid of my ring. So I'm going to go to the Lattice tool over here and I'm going to go to the Polaroid. The Polaroid have 4 options, so I don't care about this guy down here. I just care about the very first one, the default one. Click on it. And I have the Polaroid. And inside here, the data, we have many options here. So the first thing we need to care about is the radius. So we'll choose a big radius. I come down here and I go to the radius and choose 100. And the count, so how many arrays you want it. Because the idea is that I want to array this compound around the circle and rotate it like this in sequence. So I came up with this formula. This formula right here. The first one is I will check the 16 and I multiply to the number of the revolution I want equal the number of the element of the very first array. The reason I came up with this number is because I separate the model to multiple revolution, small elements, and I found this formula. So you just need to remember this one. So you can go to here, click on the very first array. You go down to the count, and I go to the calculator, and I take the 16 and I multiply to 6 because I want 6 revolution. And the result will be 96. So we'll check 96 for the count, enter. Now we have 96 elements. So now, how do I put this compound into the Polaroid and rotate it like in the video? So I can just select the profile first, a bunch of profile, and the array later, and I go to Lattice tool and populate with children. If you go to the populate with copy, it will array the whole compound instead of the children of the compound. Okay, the inside of the compound. And I go inside the very first one, the populate with children. Click on it and continue. And right away, we have a very good result in here. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Okay, but the orientation is wrong. So I need to go back to the compound, click on it, go to the transform. And I want to grab the red one and rotate it facing to the front like this. Click OK. Now these 4 just now aligned exactly what I want. Now to make things easier to see, I hide the Polaroid. And the new result will be this one. Okay. The next step is I want to array this group around the center point to create the ring. So now I need to create another polar rate. I create another polar rate. Go to Lattice 2 and polar rate and polar rate. Okay. This time, the cow, I will go back to the formula. This is the second. This is the second formula that I came up. Just simply take 4 and multiply to the revolution. So 4 multiply 6 equal 24. So I will go down here to the cow and type in here 24. Okay. And how about the radius? So let me right here, the default setting, the radius is 25. So let's leave that default. Now I can select in this one, which is this group, and this one later, the path later, and I go to Lattice 2, populate this time not children, okay? I want to array the whole group. So I go to the copy, populate with copy, and populate with copy. Now I have a new array, but it's not exactly what I want. It just go inside a little bit. The reason is that the radius of this one, the polar rate, is 25, as you can see. So now I just simply set it to 0 because I don't want any offset. 0. Now let me hide the second polar rate and also hide this one, the group. Now the next step is if I click on this one, I need to separate this one into, I need to explode this one to a small element. So I click on this one and I go to the explode the compound. Or you can go to Lattice 2 and explode the compound. Click on it. And inside here, inside the folder is 24 child. And you can say if we click on the child 0, we have 4 elements in here. The child 1 is 4 elements. So basically we just need child 0 and child 1 is enough because child 0 and child 1 is half of revolution. And once we have half of revolution, we can polarize it around the center point. So let me select the child 0 and go to the Lattice 2 and explode the compound. Doing the same with child 1. Now down here I have 2 folders and each one have 4 elements, as you can see. Now I can use the loft tool in the path workbench. I go to the path workbench, go into the loft, and just simply loft this guy. And create solid. Hit OK. Now you can see I have a good revolution in here. Now I can go to the rock workbench and click on the loft, go to the modification, array tools, polar rate, reset point, and set this one to 12. Okay, because this one is half of revolution, so I need to double that to 12. But okay. All right, but now you can see we just need a little small geometry in the middle to fill the gap. So let me delete the array. Okay, and let me go back to the Lattice 2. I need to explode the giant 2. Okay. And I just want to use the very first element of the chain tool in here. So I click on the chain tool. And I go to here and explode the compound. Now I have another one with 4 elements. And you can see I just need to add the giant 31 for that. Now I'm going to click on the loft. And I go down to the data, the section over here, I want to go inside here and click on this one, the option. And I just simply add the 32 in here. Click OK. Click off. Now I show the loft. Okay. And let me go back to the jog workbench. Select the loft. Go to the modification, array tools, follow rate, reset point, and set this one to 12. Okay, now it's working fine. And click on the array, go to the part workbench, and go to the union. Okay, now it's worked really nice. And the cool thing about this is that you can go back to the very first sketch. You double click on the profile and you can change this one up to 15. Close. You can say now the ring is now bigger and wider. Or you can up click on this one and change this to 5. Okay, 5 also working fine. And you can go to the first polar rate and you go down to the radius. You can change this one to 50. Okay, 50 working also good. And I found that is very powerful. And you can use this formula to create any of revolution that you want. So that's it for the tutorial. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.